Hello, my beautiful friends. We are going to talk about journal prompts. So, for those of you new to the channel, my name is Beth, and I've been an English professor for a very long time and a college administrator for the past few years, but I continue to teach American realism and naturalism, American romantics, and women's literature. So, journaling. Why do we do it? Why do I do it? Well, I do it because I've not been very successful at meditating. I watch all the videos, I listen to the music, I love the music, but I cannot sit still yet. I'm getting better. I've linked Suzanne Geisman down below. I recommend you check out her SIP method. I can handle that. That's 3 minutes. But beyond 3 minutes, I'm itching and I'm twitching and I'm all over the place. So I've turned to journaling as a way to meditate, and it works for me. But when I first started doing that, I looked up on Google and I said, Google, what are some good journal prompts? And I got all these journal prompts that were boring. Like, they were so boring. They're so general. Like, how did you get to your spiritual place? Like, I don't want to sit and write about that. Like, I don't know. I didn't like any of the journal prompts. So with the recent advent of ChatGPT, I typed that in there. Give me some journal prompts, ChatGPT, you miracle worker, you. And they were the same ones. Like, how did you get to your spiritual place? How did you, what's one thing that, you wish you knew as a child that you know now? But I don't know. I don't like them. They're too general. They don't feel like me. They don't feel like something I want to write about. And so, because either they're too big and broad, right? They're too big and like, explain your spiritual, pathway to this point. I mean, that is a book. That's a book for me. I was going to be a nun. I've been very involved in the church. I no longer am involved in a church. I'm very spiritual, but I don't belong to anything. Like, that's like 5,000 pages. That isn't something I could do this morning. And it isn't really relevant to what I'm doing this morning or today. So I started using runestones and oracle cards as a way to have like just something that I could think about, during the day. So if you've been with the channel, I read an oracle card every day. I do actually a Celtic crossbread for myself. I often pull one card for y'all, and I do a daily rune pull. And as far as I know, at least as of today, I'm the only person who pulls runes every single day on YouTube. And really, I'm doing my own rune pull because I pull one rune, and that's the rune. And then later on, I'll think about how that rune sort of played out during the day. So what can you do at home if you don't have runes, if you don't believe in runes, or if you don't have oracle cards, or you don't believe in oracle cards? What are some things that you can do to sort of get a more personalized plan as far as a prompt goes? Well, you can write a list of prompts down in a notebook. I'm a queen of little notebooks, right? So I'll write them down. You can also don't get fooled thinking you have to like buy all these cards and stones on Etsy or YouTube, Temu or eBay or whatever. You could make a lot of your own stuff. You can make your own runestones out of rocks in your garden. You can make your own oracle cards out of just regular paper, right? That with topics or themes or meanings that resonate with you. You don't have to buy into all of the commercialization of all these tools. So what I do is I pull a card or I pull a stone, and then I just think about that particular card or stone. And if I've made my own, things you can do like yes, no. You can do initials of people. Perhaps there are people that you're thinking about, or people that sort of surface up to your memory that, every once in a while you think about. You can make yourself a stack of them. I recommend using index cards just because they shuffle a little bit better than paper. Paper doesn't shuffle very well. So if you have the ability to get index cards, which you can get a big fat stack at the dollar store, I recommend those. And then they come color coded. So you can have like all the people on pink cards, and on the green cards you can have sort of your existential issues or whatever. And then you can like pick one from each color pile, or you can shuffle them all together. And then there's different ways to shuffle. You can shuffle, and then whatever falls out I take. I'll tell spirit like I'm gonna shuffle 3 times. Whatever comes out in those 3 times is in those 3 shuffles I'm gonna take. Some people just pull things that sort of stick out of the deck. Some people divide the deck and then pull that way. It's really up to you. I think the most important thing to know is there's no right or wrong answer. Do it however you want. This is a tool for you, right? So journaling is about looking into yourself and thinking about a topic that resonates with you. And that topic is going to change every single day. Right now I'm really thinking about how to share a message, right? Without coming across as being arrogant or full of myself, right? Like how to be authentic. Like how do I do that? So, so my question for today might be like, how do my ancestors want me to maintain, humility and kindness, right? And so that's an issue that might resonate with me today. Next week when the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, like that daily issue might be completely different. And I doubt it because I'm not really a football person. Hockey, gymnastics, diving, figure skating. These are the things that I like. Right? So it just depends. Like definitely whatever practice you use, whatever it is you do, and whatever tradition you come from, whether you're Christian or Wiccan or a witch or pagan or whatever, Jewish, Muslim, whatever you are, make sure that whatever you're doing resonates with you and brings you meaning. If prayer is the way that you go, I do pray. I find a lot of meaning in the rosary. I find a lot of meaning in the Jesus prayer. Pick the prayers that are meaningful to you and the practices that are meaningful to you. If you're not Christian and you're some other tradition, look within your tradition. Look at your ancestors and say, like, what in this tradition really resonates with me and brings meaning to me. And then start there. And remember, you don't need fancy things. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Don't let anybody tell you that there's a right way to do it and that you're doing it wrong. Because if it resonates with you and it doesn't hurt people, right? If cannibalism resonates with you, please see a doctor. Okay? You're allowed to focus on yourself. You're not allowed to start a cult, right? So definitely pay attention to the things that resonate with you, and also pay attention to the things that don't resonate with you. Like, I do not do magic. I believe in magic. I believe that magic exists, but I don't do magic. I'm not a witch. I'm not a Wiccan. I'm not a religious druid. I just don't. I feel like magic alters the free will that God has put on earth, and so magic does exist, but should we use it? Like if you think about it like a love spell. There's a fellow that I absolutely loved, still do, and he just one day decided he did not love me. I don't think he ever did love me, to be honest, but one day he just decided he was not going to talk to me anymore, and I was not going to be part of his life, and he threw me away like a bag of garbage, and I didn't know it. And I'm not always so quick on the clue phone, so apparently there were clues, and I missed them. So he just got rid of me in his life, and I was crushed. I'm still crushed, right? So I could do a love spell, right? If I performed magic, I could do a love spell. But then I would always think in the back of my mind, like, does he love me because he loves me? Or does he love me because I did this spell? Was it his choice to do that? So I think magic is real. I don't play around with it because I think it's dangerous. I have infinite respect for people who do perform magic and ritual spells and things like that. I don't consider the things that I do rituals, although they are very ritualistic in nature. I do things for each of the eightfold wheel, especially the 4 major Celtic ones. I also observe the Christian holidays in the same kind of way, with special dinners and fires and flames and things that bring me meaning. But I wouldn't say they're rituals because they don't have to happen. I don't think that bad things are going to happen if they don't happen. I just like to bring meaning to those celebrations when they come around. So that is what I believe about spirituality, and that is what I believe about journaling. And journaling really helps me to connect to spirit and connect to my higher self so that I'm always working on becoming a better human being. I am wishing all of you all the very best in light and love. Be well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.